A couple minutes, see if we have anybody show up. Trying to wrap up a laser project while I'm waiting. Just about done. Whoopsie. All right, who do we have? Or is that me? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm gonna turn that laser off in just a second. It's a little loud with that thing going. There it is. All right. Let's see who we have in the chat. Oh, man. What's going on, guys? How's it going? Come on. This thing's a little slow. Just thinking about it. There it goes. And this laptop's so slow, I'm still trying to pull up the chat. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Hey guys, this is Steve with My Honey's Handmade. So today, we're gonna finish this pencil box. We started this on Sunday's live. We made this walnut and oak pencil box on the live. And a couple of things we've got to finish. Let me go grab the other piece. Show you where we're at. And it's a weird time of day. We'll see if we've got anybody. Chase, what's up, man? What are you doing today? Chase is in the house. Chase, man, I thank you all the time. I'm trying to get my Bible boxes done, and it's a good problem. I've got other work to do. Those are kind of, you know, for craft shows next month. So, hey, Runic, what's up, man? Runic, I'm digging that paint job that I saw today. Was it yesterday or today I saw the live where it was skipping or looping? It was looping. And Runic, are you wearing, when you're using that type of paint sprayer, are you wearing a respirator? I like to wear a respirator when I'm painting, staining, or, I mean, not painting, but if I'm spraying clear coat paint or staining. Hey, Rick, what's going on, man? Hey, Rick, have you used the mallet yet that I sent you? I'm gonna grab my water. So, let me show you where we're at today, guys. I'm kind of doing it on the table saw today. No, Chase, I have not done the lettering yet, but man, when I do, I think it's going to really be cool. I've been busy. It's a good problem to have. This is my busiest spring in 3 years being in business for myself. I just had 2.5 cabinets picked up today. The rest of the day is kind of my get some Etsy orders out, and I got a few stamps to make people on YouTube. And then I've got to order material. I'm going to make a desk. I've got a lot going on. And then I'm making a D&D table starting next week. So pretty busy. It's awesome. Depends on the weather. If I can have the doors open, I don't bother. But if not, then yes, I have a full face mask. Well, good, Runic. I'm glad to hear that. You know, I see so many people on YouTube that doesn't wear lung protection, ear protection, and eye protection a lot of the time. Oh yeah, Rick, that sunburn, you can definitely get sick from that. Yeah, drink plenty of water, man. Well, hey, this is just gonna be a quick video. I don't have a lot of time today. I just wanted to show you what we're doing. What we did Sunday was, let me pull this around. We made our box, and originally, so I've got these inserts that go in, and originally the top was going to hold pencils, but as I did it, Dan said, hey, with Elegant Woodcraft, said, hey, that's not going to fit a pencil up top, and he's right. Originally, I had planned where on the bottom your lead would be, but after making the box with the handle in the center with the knob, this will be where the pencil lead is stored, and then on the bottom, you've got room for other stuff. So all I've done today is one thing, I took the tape off and I sanded these edges where it had a little glue. But one thing I realized, my piece, this is too tall. So I've got to trim this down. Some people said do it on the jointer, and I was like, nope. So we're going to trim that down on the table saw, and then we're going to trim this to size. We're going to trim it to width because I think it's a little too wide, and then trim it to length and add a little slot for your finger tab, and then hopefully put some finish on it today. Yeah, Rick, you can't mess with that blood pressure medicine, man. So that's all we're doing today. Appreciate you guys stopping in. I just had a few minutes and thought I'd try to make some progress on this. So let me line this up. Let's get to ripping. That should be about right. I'm going to gear up with my PPE real quick. Hey Chase, why don't you do a short and show us some of your Bible boxes you've been making? Because I know someone asked you the other day how much you sell them for, so I hope you're selling a bunch of them, man. Just right. Honestly, there's a little more slop than I wanted, but it's fine. It's a pencil box. I'd rather not have it as tight. If the wood expanded, it still has a little room. So now I'm just going to mark off the spot where I'm going to cut that off on the miter saw. I'm going to grab a pencil. I don't like putting a Sharpie on the wood. Sometimes I find it stains the wood. So I'm thinking I'm just going to make it pretty much flush. See how this is designed. I kind of like it flared out. I kind of like how I did it where I left the miter out, but kind of cool. So I'm just going to say take it to the edge. So I'm going to take it over to the miter saw, flip it over there, blub, blub. I had the laser going on earlier. I'm making some rubber stamps for people. And here we're going to use this bowl bit again. This is a router bit, a bowl bit. That works really well for adding these finger pulls for smaller boxes. So what I realized last week, you really have a lot of movement. So I decided to clamp it because that thing was trying to move on me. Or actually, if you saw the live last Sunday, it did move on me. So we're going to use this little vise. Clamp it in place here. Then after this, I think ready to do a final sand and some finish. So we're going to use that Pollux oil, that hard wax oil. Well, good news, this is too big. Fantastic. Too wide. So that Pollux oil, I've been using that for a little over a month. Really happy with it. All right, so let's see where we want this thing to be. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I've got the light on this thing that kind of tells me where. Sure, I'm just eyeballing it. That looks pretty dang close. This is not for anybody. I may sell it at a craft show, but honestly, if I don't, I'm cool. I'll just use it to store my pencils in the shop. I think it's pretty cool. What's up, Mike from the Whacking Shack? What's up, Robert? Roberto, I didn't know we had a Roberto. What's up, Mike? All right, so this router bit, that looks about centered. Close enough for me, right? I'm gonna push this back just a little. It's still wanting to move a little bit. That's enough. Let's go see what we got. See, it puts just a little indentation in the wood for a finger hold. Yeah, Mike, I'm just showing this box that we were working on. Thanks, Robert. Thanks for stopping in, man. Robert, if you're new to the channel, I do furniture, woodworking, laser engraving, and lathe work. Last Sunday, we made a pencil box with some hand tools and power tools, and today I had to, let me camera down. One thing when we made the box, sorry, it was, it's got a bottom layer, or level, for the pencil storage, and then up top you could put whatever else you want, maybe some lead. So we had to trim this down today. So we trimmed that down. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate you, man. Kat, what's up, girl? And then, so let's see if we got a good fit. I kind of like that. Kind of like that indentation. And if this all works, we're going to sand it and put some Osmo Pollux oil. I like it. That's it. What you think? I think it looks pretty good. Get a better angle for you. I like it. Like I said, I got craft shows coming up or a craft show in April. And I'm always looking for ideas for my lives, so this was a fun one. We're gonna go ahead and sand this bad boy up for a couple of minutes, and then we'll put some finish on it right now, or in about 2 minutes. So let me mask back up, see if we got anybody else joined. What are you up to, Kat? I am not hating how that's looking. Hey, Mike, don't be jealous of my green tools, man. I bought those when I was still doing IT. So that's when I had IT money. Now, I don't know if I could afford them, but I would recommend them. So this is where we're going to use some Osmo Pollux oil. We're going to give it a stir. Thanks, Kat. I'm digging it. And the joints, after I peeled off the tape, those joints look pretty good. I'm happy with it. You know, sometimes you don't need the splines. I mean, if this was a high use box, I don't know. To me, it depends on the thickness. If it's really thin wood, I think the splines are definitely more needed. But pretty happy with that. Hey, Mike, I saw those basketball plaques, man. Those look pretty cool. Cool, Chase. I need practice on grain wrapping. Any tips? Robert, the big thing on grain wrapping is labeling. You really just plane your cuts. I would put a piece of blue tape on each piece and label it prior to cutting. And then also what I like to do is I'll take a pencil, like if this was my piece of wood, I would actually put the direction of cut of the miter. That's what I do. But I don't grain wrap a lot. Like some of this is made out of multiple pieces. But wow, I actually got a pretty good, dang, I got a good grain wrap on this one, mostly. Look at that. That's pretty good for me. So that's a good grain wrap. And then I got the grain wrap here too. So holy crap, actually this might be one of my better grain wraps. That was pretty good. But I tried someone mentioned it a couple of lives ago, so I was trying to be a little better on the grain wrap. It's all right. Excuse me. All right, let's get over here. Woo! Awesome, Robert. I'd like to see it, man. Put up some pictures. Tag me or something. I'll check it out. I did I haven't done a jewelry box in a while. I showed it on the live. Did you see that live earlier this week? I don't think I was really trying, Kat. I don't know. But dang, that's like Mike D level right there. You know what I'm saying? Dang, I think I actually did it. I don't know if I was trying or not. You know what I mean? You just kind of go with it, and after 4,000 tries, you actually, a squirrel gets a nut every once in a while. But yeah, I think this one actually turned out nice. So let me grab some gloves. I would recommend gloving up on just about any finish other than mineral oil, probably, because they have stuff that can go into your liver. Hey Chase, I'm only going to be on another 10 or 15 minutes, man. Perry, what's up, Perry? Hey Perry, today I'm actually working on your stamp after this video, so I was going to try your logo and see how it looked. If it didn't look right, I was going to do your letters. So I'm working on stamps. Yeah, Amy Jo she may or may not come visit me in the shop this week, in case you guys didn't know. All right, let me get this laptop so I can see what you guys are talking about while I'm finishing this. Hey Chase, appreciate you, man. Go ahead and head on, brother. But yeah, Chase, I'm definitely going to hit you up once I finally finish my Bible boxes. Like I said, those were kind of ideas you inspired me on. I didn't have them sold, but I've actually been really busy. So that's a good problem to have. Uh-oh, Perry's whittling a barber's razor knife from basswood. Nice. Hey, Perry, I'm sending you some wood. I forgot which wood we talked about. Cherry. Yeah, I'm going to send you a chunk of cherry. Would you like a piece of walnut too? Because when I ship that stamp, I'll add some wood in there. I've got tons of scrap wood, if you guys didn't know. So if I send you a stamp, I'm probably sending you some wood. Cool, Perry. I bet you'll enjoy it. I'm not much of a carver though. Cherry's been really great on the laser. It engraves really well. Hey Josh, what's up, man? We're just wrapping up these this box from Sunday. I just trimmed it up, and now we're just adding some. We're about to add some hard wax oil. And I would recommend, if you're going to do more than a couple of projects, I would recommend buying a quart. This stuff at Woodcraft is like 22 bucks for this little, what is this, a half pint or a pint? So I would go ahead and just buy the whole quart for, I don't know, it's 50 bucks, but I think that's what I'm going to be using on my Dungeons and Dragons table that I'm going to start building next week. Yeah, Perry. So I'll send you walnut and cherry, Perry. All right. So I just stir that up a little bit, and let's start. Needs paper towels. I guess that could help. Nothing crazy when you're applying this. You're just wiping it on, and I'm going to get a brush to get down in these cracks. I forgot. I'm going to use one of these acid brushes. Make sure you guys can see me well. Let me adjust that camera so you guys get a good angle. 8 times the product for only 3 times the price. Yeah, exactly, Josh. All right. So I like using these brushes to get in the corners. You can do it. A lot of people might pre-finish the bottom of the box. I really don't do that. You could, usually if it was a big panel glue up and you thought it might move, like if the wood would shift and a piece of unfinished would show, then I might worry about it. But for what we're doing, I'm good. So I'm just getting all in there and getting in the slot. And I'm gonna go back with a paper towel. Man, the bad news is this stuff, these brushes really, the fibers get everywhere. Like they're coming loose all over the place. That's the one thing I don't like, but kind of a, don't have a better solution, you know what I mean? All right, let's see what we got. There. All right. This stuff smells pretty good. If you guys haven't used it, it doesn't like make me feel like I need to put a mask on or anything. I think a lot of these are low VOC. Don't quote me on that, but I think this one is. Usually if they're low VOC, you don't need a mask, is my understanding. So always do your own research. Don't take my word for it, you know what I mean? Spreading this all out, trying to get it even. Once we're done, we're gonna go buff it all out with another rag, another paper towel. Oh man, digging that grain. That's pretty cool. Pretty amazing what you can make with some scrap wood, you know it? Beautimous. Okay. Here's the one, man, these sides with these cracks should be really cool. Yeah, Josh. Shop fumes equals happy shop time. Man, that's pretty. And this is the point in the project where you're like, man, I should have sanded it more, or I should have controlled the glue squeeze out a little better, or used less glue, or yeah, this is kind of the proof's in the pudding. You're done at this point. Unless you want to re-sand it, which I'm not going to. All right. Whew. Man, I'm liking this. What do you guys think of that walnut popping? Love it. That's a cool piece of walnut. I got a little snipe right there, I can tell, but whatever. You know, most of these type of projects, you're the one that's going to notice it. Everyone else say, oh my gosh. But when you make it, you're always your worst critic. So take it easy on yourself, you know. I like using these blue towels, blue shop towels. They hold up so much better than a regular paper towel. The regular paper towels, honestly, I mostly use them for glue squeeze out, you know, because they just deteriorate. Just putting finish on wood. All right. So there's that. Going to do the same to this guy. We did oak for the drawer and for the bottom and top. Same kind of deal, blah, blah, blah. Lather it in. We're going to get in that slot there. Man, I do smell something, so, Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure, I know in different waxes they'll put thinner in it so that you can spread it. I wonder if that's the case on this stuff. I don't know. Kind of like your paste wax, they'll have thinner in it. That way you can spread it and it evaporates and leaves the pure wax. All right, guys, so I've got a live coming up It's either this Sunday or the next Sunday. I'm not sure which one, but we're going to be going. I've got a buddy that has a commercial CNC. We're going to go check out his shop and make something in his shop on the CNC. Thought that'd be a nice change. He makes all kinds of neat stuff, and I kind of like the contrast between the oak and the walnut. What do you guys think? Sorry to hear that, Josh. So Josh, do you wear a mask when you're in the shop, or are you even able to, are you noticing that you can't spend as much time in the shop? Because, you know, I've never smoked a day in my life, but I used to, in my 20s, I basically lived in a pool hall. So I worry about that quite a bit, actually. And I'm just putting this on liberally. You know, it actually recommends 2 coats, but I've found on my boxes, I don't need 2 coats. If I'm doing a piece of furniture, yeah, I'm gonna put the 2 coats on, but for a box that's not getting touched multiple times a day, I'm good. No jokes from you, Mike. Thanks, Kat. I'm kind of digging it. Let's do this sliding door. See, this comes together really quick too. I mean, on the live, I had a problem where I couldn't hold it really well. I'm trying to keep my outfeed table. I got a new cover or piece of laminate for the outfeed table. I'm trying to keep it nice. So I don't want to drill holes in it. So I don't know how to hold the wood really well when I'm hand planing on it yet. So I used half of the slots were cut with my hand plane Sunday, and the other half we moved over to the table saw. So, and let's face it, most people have table saws and they don't have the hand planes probably, so it worked out. All right, there's the lid. Let's get all these little, I think someone on the live called these cleats. Oh man. Sorry, Josh. That's rough, brother. I understand about the respirators do definitely put some pressure on you. All right, we're just gonna put this on, let it set for like 5 minutes, and we're gonna buff it off and put it together. That's it. Yeah, Josh, when they, I don't know, years ago I went in for like pneumonia or something and they x-rayed me. They were like, do you know you have crystals? And I'm like, no. They were like, hey, have you ever been exposed to asbestos? And I have no idea. And, but you know, they just keep an eye on it. You know, they measure the size of stuff when I go in. That's about it. That's all they can do, really. My MRI came back clean, or whatever kind of scan I got. I think it was an MRI, but that was a few years ago. Honestly, though, it seems like allergies. The last 4 or 5 years I developed allergies, and that sucks. All right, let's let that chill for a couple minutes. Whoops, got some debris there. Hey, Amy Jo isn't on here, is she? I'll take these gloves off. Actually, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to ruin the surprise. But I will show you. Check this bowl out. I don't know. Perry knows what I'm talking about. So this is that bowl I made, and someone asked me when they saw the bowls I've been making, can you make one with a plane? I'm like, sure. So last week, or this weekend, I put this maple plane in. I laser engraved the bowl, then I put a maple plane in it. Hey Mike. Hey Mike, you might try this with some of your work. I did a laser engrave on this bowl, and this is maple, and I'm gonna turn it, but what I thought of, if I'm cutting this, it's gonna chip this because it's not supported, because it's really small. So today I cut out a piece of whatever, different wood. I think it's maple too. So I cut this out, and that's gonna be to support it as I cut it out. This is gonna chip. I don't care about this outside layer. This is the one that's actually glued into the bowl with a depth of about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. So I'm hoping, I should have got a little better on my height, but you know, I was kind of excited. So I'm hoping this will turn off smooth when I mount it. So tomorrow I'm probably doing that, but I'll be filming that. Perry wanted me to film it, so I'll be filming that. So kind of a cool project. That's if that works out, that's gonna be really neat. So all right, let's get back to this. I better glove up. I feel like I'm in surgery. I may try that, good sir. Yeah, Mike, I'll post pictures, Mike. If it works, I think it's a really cool idea. I can really see that selling at craft shows. Thinking of making a Bigfoot one. Plus we have a craft show here. It's called, what's it called? Dang, now you got me lying. Fair of the Heart, no, what is it called? Anyway, it's basically where people go downtown where I live, and thousands of people, like, I don't know, 15 or 20,000 people show up, and they buy plants and all kinds of stuff. I wasn't a vendor last year, but I was a vendor the year before, and so I'll do stuff like bird houses and different, my lake maps that I make and sell, and then stuff like this. Now here's the other reason I hate these white paper towels. See, they got caught in that grain. I'm gonna have to pick that out. Whatever. Actually, I'm switching. I hate that. They break apart into the grain real easy. So I'm just kind of buffing that off. And I'll go back later with a pick. Anything that got in a piece of grain. Sorry if I wasn't in the frame there. Fence picket bonanza. Yeah. I don't do planters, that's not my thing. I'm just like, I've got a buddy that he's done real good on it. And then, of course, if you saw Mike's awesome video on what he did with the planter with the solar light from Harbor Freight, that's a pretty cool video. All right. For some reason, that doesn't look like it got enough on it. I don't think it did. Yeah, that did not look like it got any on it. There we go. I feel like something, that's not right. That should be darker. That's the cool thing with this finish. Man, maybe I just forgot. That's the cool thing with this finish. It's really forgiving. It's easy to update something. Just like that, bam. So, we'll let that set. Keep going on these suckers. Yeah, it might be sucking it up, Cat. Mike, do you do any craft shows where you're at? Up in Ohio? I think you're Ohio. I have a few I do in the fall. One's an Oktoberfest, and that's a 5-day event. That thing is fun, but dang, it's a lot of work. Mike, I haven't, man. What do those look like? Because I'm all about some Japanese influence, you know what I'm saying? I'm not... Is that the one with the cool design for the lid? Because I've been thinking of making some Japanese-inspired bowl lids, or what do they call it? A wooden box, but it's actually something that's turned on the lathe. Don't forget these little guys. What are you guys doing today? I'm taking a little bit of a break, sort of. I had some cabinets I finished the last couple of days that they just picked up today, and I've got to work on rubber stamps and things I've got to ship. Wenge lock, sliding lid and stuff, or wedge lock. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty easy too, I think. That'd look neat though. I know what you're talking about now, since you mentioned the wedge. I think that'd be really cool, Mike. But here's my question. What do they open it with? What's up, Plywood? How's it going? Yeah, it makes me wonder what they open those with, Mike. Hey, Plywood, this is the pencil box we made on Sundays Live. We just put some finish on it. It's looking pretty good. You can tell I had a little splinter there that whatever. Let me show you. That's what the pieces are looking like. I trimmed this guy down, and there's the lid. I just added a little finger notch. It's pretty cool. Not too bad. Mike, I'm still trying to get sponsored, man. I reached out to a couple of people for some hand tools and haven't heard back. I need to talk to you or Ryan on what the emails actually look like. Some of those emails look really suspect. You know what I mean? I get emails all the time from people and I'm like, they really look bogus. The email addresses don't match up as far as, you know, they don't say company.com. They might say at Gmail. So those look pretty fake to me. Ooh, Kat's working on a textured art piece and new brand stuff. That sounds fun, Kat. I'm working on, what do I have going on? After the live, I got to do more rubber stamps. Perry bought one for me, or from me, and bought one for Amy Jo. And then Alan with Old Path, he won my giveaway. So I'm making him a sign, a rubber stamp with his logo, and then a Bigfoot wooden sticker. So Kevin's woodworking in the house. What's up, Kevin? Exactly, Kat. I mean, honestly, most of it looks really suspicious. Oh, Runic, I need to do a test burn, Runic, on that file. Now here's my question, Runic. How thick does it need to be for you? Because all I have is 1/8 inch acrylic. So if you have a 1/16 of an inch, will that be enough for you? I'm not sure what thickness they use. Yeah, I need to look, Josh. You're 4th on my list. After you, me and Runic have been trading emails, and then Dan from Elegant Woodworking. I've just been super busy, so today's kind of my catch-up. Oh, okay. Cool, Runic. I'll do a test cut this week on it, Runic. I'm trying to get all those stamps out. But I'll do a test cut on it. That's a pretty cool logo. I like it. Kevin, what are you up to today, man? Let's go buff that stuff again. What do you think? Okay, Runic. Hey, Runic, I can also I can put two pieces of acrylic together with super glue and then engrave a little deeper. Hey, Mike, that's awesome. I don't know if I told you, but I only started getting back on the lathe because I saw Joe making videos and Ryan. I've been on the lathe for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. So I'm having a blast getting back on the lathe. Hey, Kevin, check out my bowl, man. Kat says, my daughter wants 2025 food trays for her graduation party. Would acrylic be okay for making that? And what glue is safe for food trays? Type Bond 3 is FDA approved for glue for food, and it's also waterproof. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, Kat, my youngest son, he's a senior this year in high school, so we've got that coming up in May. Trying to get him into college. Holy crap, college is expensive. It's pretty wild. I don't know how people afford it. All right, let's go buff this stuff off again real quick. Put it together, see what it looks like. Then I gotta get back to work on these rubber stamps. Alrighty. Let's buff these. Let me grab another blue towel. Sometimes these, especially the cheap paper towels, will maybe cause a splinter, so I have to pick them out. This is my laser pick. Forget what they call them. But it'll get that crap out. You can pick these up for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. So they're totally worth it for, you can scrape inside corners. Man, it's not getting that one though, is it? There it goes. There we go. Then see, like some stuff gets in a crack. It's good for picking your crack. No jokes, Mike. No jokes. All right. That looks pretty good to me. Buff it out. Getting these slots. All right, there's that one. Kat, it's crazy about Scholarship University. My son is #1 in his high school, in his grade, and he did fantastic on the ACT, and he's not even getting a full ride. But to be fair, he doesn't want to go to these smaller schools where he would get a full ride. So I'm like, I don't know. All right. Man, that's looking pretty good, y'all. What do you think? Bam. And it's almost a piston fit. Check this out. I think that is considered a piston fit. Look at that. Not quite, almost. That's awesome, Kat. He could get a full ride at one of these smaller schools. We know that, but he just doesn't want to go to a smaller school, so I don't know. We're talking about it. All right. Oh, I forgot. We need to add our little guys. All right, let's add these bad boys. Still got a little. I'll probably come back in an hour or two and buff it one more time. Maybe even buff it a third time tomorrow after it cures. All right. Acrylic latex paint in a semi-gloss or gloss sheen is a good choice for tabletops and other furniture. Yeah, I think you're right, Josh. Little humidity. I am in Oklahoma. Oh, bam. I like it. What do you guys think? I think that's pretty. I think that looks pretty legit. And I actually got a grain wrap. That's so freaking cool. I think Josh mentioned that in the last month about trying to get a grain wrap. So thanks for the peer pressure, Josh. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go take care of some stuff. Appreciate y'all joining in. If anybody bought a stamp from me, like Perry, I'll be shipping those hopefully this weekend, Perry. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. And like I said, Amy Jo may be coming to the shop this week. She might be traveling. Have a good one, guys. Talk to you next time.